People see me and think they're safer. But it's not really me they're seeing. Probably for the best. Knowing everything hinges on a guy from Queens sounds as scary as it feels.
Okay guys, I wanted to do a really quick video to kind of give you an update on things that I've been seeing because some really cool things are happening and I'm really excited about. So I thought I'd just throw it all out there in a video. First off, in the background, we have the new Spider-Man video game that's being made by Insomniac. It was announced at E3 and it really looks epic, which is the wording actually used specifically by Marvel's Vice President of Games, Jay Ong, who did an interview and announced the game at E3. So he's saying that a lot is going to come from Marvel games in the near future, just starting with Spider-Man. So that was one of the big things. That was probably the biggest thing that's been announced just this week from Marvel games. But in addition to that, there's some really cool stuff coming to the currently released Marvel games. So we'll talk a little bit about the console stuff in a bit, but the Spider-Man game absolutely looks epic. It's coming to PlayStation 4. It's an exclusive game to PlayStation 4. So you guys with Xboxes, I'm sorry. I don't know what Marvel has planned for you, but as far as the Spider-Man game, PlayStation 4 is where you're going to have to look to find it. Next up is on the mobile. It's the 75th anniversary of Captain America is coming up in a couple of days. And Marvel Games again announced some really epic stuff for the mobile games that are out right now. So if you've been playing Contest of Champions and you've seen some of my videos on Contest of Champions, you'll notice that the Civil Warrior unites kind of the realm or whatever and goes through. And you can watch my other video on the Civil Warrior. I'll put a link up so you can see exactly what happens. I have a video that plays out the entire storyline from the game. So what this is a small part of a larger Captain America driven 75th anniversary kind of celebration that they're doing in the games. I just put a picture up. What you see here are 6 new versions of Captain America that are going to be exclusive to their mobile gaming titles. So what you have are from left to right, you have Peggy Carter, Captain America from Marvel Puzzle Quest, which is absolutely genius. And let me read the synopsis straight off the website here. Peggy Carter, in a world where Steve Rogers was assassinated before he could become Captain America, Peggy Carter joined the Super Soldier program in his place. A former failed agent, Peggy combined the powers of the Super Soldier Serum with her top-notch combat training, defending the ideals of freedom and its equality as the world's Captain America. So we have a really cool suit for her. And it's Peggy Carter. All of you who watch the Peggy Carter show on TV, you know her. She's existed in the movies, in flashbacks and whatnot. So yes, there she is, Peggy Carter as Captain America. That is going to be in Marvel Puzzle Quest. Additionally, Avengers Alliance 2 has announced. Here we go. Jeremiah Rogers from Avengers Alliance 2. Known as Captain America 1901, is America's first defender of freedom in an alternate timeline who rode with Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders during the Spanish-American War. Armed with his iconic extending shield and ISO-8 power armor, he has become the silver of American freedom, capable of safeguarding those who fight by his side. So it seems like this version of Captain America is fueled by ISO-8 and not the Super Soldier Serum. So this is a little bit different. But it still seems pretty cool in Avengers Alliance 2. In Marvel Future Fight, we have Sharon Rogers. In an alternate universe where Captain America was never frozen in ice, At the end of World War II, Steve Rogers, an Allied resistance fighter, Agent Peggy Carter, helped win the Great Conflict and celebrated V-Day with a private marriage ceremony. Their daughter, Saren Rogers, has taken on her father's mantle. Highly trained in martial arts and espionage and equipped with a blaster lance, an energy-absorbing shield, Sharon battles evil and tyrants around the world as Captain America. So here we go, another cool, rendition, another female. And this one has an actual lance, so she's more medieval in her design, which is really cool. Of course, there he is, the Civil Warrior. The Civil Warrior, who I really like in the game. Marvel Contest of Champions, of course. On an alternate Earth ravaged by the Civil War between Captain America and Iron Man's forces, Steve survived, but Tony didn't. Riddled with guilt for the brutal destruction and the death of his former ally at his own hands, he assumed the mantle of the Civil Warrior. Adding Tony's arc technology to his Captain America gear, he vowed to use his friend's legacy to stop the senseless conflict from ever happening again. So there he is, the Civil Warrior, Marvel Contest of Champions. We're all really familiar with him and his fighting style and abilities and that sort of thing. There's lots of videos on the Civil Warrior across YouTube. Some actual gameplay videos where I don't know how, but some amazing hacksting happened and hacksting, yes, happened, and there's some actual gameplay with the Civil Warrior. So you got to look at his moves and everything there. So if you're interested in that, just look for it. But I'll put up some links so you can see what the Civil Warrior looks like in action. Then Avengers Alliance, the Facebook game, American Night, the second Dark Age arose from the fires of the Atomic Age and the aftermath of the Second World War. What once was the danger of mutual assured destruction became the unraveling of the Second Industrial Revolution. Into his dark and desolate time came a ray of hope with American Night. Armed only with his shield and sword and the full plate medal which he adorned, American Knight set out to encourage and rally the people to work together and push back against the darkness to bring about a new age of hope and hearth fire for all people. So there he is, a very medieval looking design there. So it's set in present time, but we've plumaged into sort of dark ages, and therefore he has the knight style shield and sword. Very cool. And then the Avengers Academy, World War II Captain America. Captain America dons his classic uniform to take Avengers Academy's training and adventures to the next level. So that's all the synopsis they gave there. But one thing they did say in their announcement when they released these images on their website, and I'll just read it straight from the website. Beginning Thursday, June 30th, Marvel Games will be releasing brand new, never-before-seen versions of Captain America across its portfolio of mobile and PC game titles. This event is part of Marvel's 75th anniversary celebration of the first Avenger, Captain America, of course. The event joins Marvel Publishing's launch of a new Captain America Steve Rogers comic book series, ABC's Marvel's Captain America 75 Heroic Years Anniversary Special, and a new consumer product lines featuring a new design of Captain America. The unique stories and styles of each Marvel game provide an opportunity for every title to introduce a boldly imaginative version of the legendary super soldier. This is said by Bill Roseman, who is the Marvel Games creative director. Because our partners enjoy the freedom to craft different storylines for players, fans will see how each game's new version of Captain America is sharply distinct from one another, but still completely authentic to the living legend we all know and love. Players will need to battle through a limited time events in each game to earn the new versions of Captain America. Details behind the alternate versions of Captain America include, and then they all have a little synopsis of each of the characters that I read earlier. So, if you look at, Thursday, June 30th, that's when all of these are going to be released and available for players to earn. But what it also sounds like here, and this is why I was excited, at least for Marvel Contest of Champions, is that each player will have an opportunity to attain their own version of these Captain America characters. And I could be wrong, but it did read like, instead of, for example, in Contest of Champions, instead of there being, 400 4 stars available to win or earn, there's going to be one for everyone, with some sort of event or something. So I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like to me, just reading it. And hopefully that's the case, as those arenas are insane if you're playing Marvel Contest of Champions. So, fingers crossed that there'll be a broader availability for this really cool character, and that we will be able to get this, in celebration. And I'm sure, if it will be available to everyone, it won't be an easy task to accomplish, but hopefully the availability will be broader than the few that are won in the arena. So that's what I'm looking forward to, and hopefully that's the case. So we're moving on to another cool thing that recently I found. So I follow a few of the Marvel, higher level guys on Twitter, and something that came out just recently, Ryan Penagos, I think that's how you say his name, Penagos, on his Twitter just released the following image and the following tweet. It says, "It's official, Marvel and Telltale Games. Something awesome I can't say much about yet." So it sounds like Marvel is also, developing a partnership, or has maybe merged. Who knows what exactly is happening? But Marvel and Telltale Games have something big on the horizon. So it could be that Marvel's going to bring all future gaming titles in-house with a merger with Telltale Games. I'm not sure if that's even possible, but maybe so, and bring everything in-house and start doing their own titles themselves and running everything with full creative control instead of licensing things out. And maybe this is a result of some of the stuff we're seeing in the movie land, and that Marvel is just tired of other studios and other entities having control over their characters. So they're just like, hey, we're going to bring everything in house. This is just a, sort of an assumption from me based on what I saw with this tweet. But I thought I'd, share that with you guys so you can see some of the cool stuff that's coming out. So these are just the things that I've seen, across the web over the past couple of days, and it's like Marvel is doing big things when it comes to games. They're really serious about bringing a great gaming experience to everyone, and they've been announcing all these new characters, the Captain America event coming out, and everything. It's just Marvel's doing a lot of cool stuff right now. So I'm really excited to see what happens in the next few weeks. You guys have played these other games. I don't play them all. I played Puzzle Quest for a little while. I haven't recently, but it was a fun game for me. So I might just go back to it just to take a look at the new Captain America Peggy Carter character in Puzzle Quest. I might just go back to it and bring up my profile for a couple of days just to play with her. So anyway, but I'll definitely be playing for the Civil Warrior and Contest of Champions. So you can message me in game and let me know what you guys think of the Civil Warrior. Leave a message below, like and share and all that great stuff. Let me know what you guys think. I really need feedback from you guys so I know what to put out, what types of stuff to share. If you like videos like these, just let me know. I'm always in touch with what's going on with Marvel. So, if something cool comes out, I can definitely let you guys know in a video. And if there's something you want to see, just let me know. All right, talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.